Okay, first off, welcome back to my channel for part 2 of Euro Truck Simulator. Bullforce the Cannon! Ugh. Doesn't he look like a... I don't know, he looks tough. He looks rough. Yeah, so I have played this game on another profile for a little while and discovered some things. First of all, you know, in the other game, you wanted to buy a truck as soon as possible. Not in this game. You know what? I'm finding that, first of all, if I buy a truck, I can't give it to another driver to let him drive it and continue to work as a freelancer. So that kind of, you know, screws things up a little bit. Secondly, I realized that I really like the Scania trucks. Out of all the cockpits that I've been in so far, I think that that's the nicest one. So here we're seeing the truck. It's ugly from the outside. They kind of look like... doesn't that truck look like the face of somebody from Nacho Libre or something? Nacho Esqueleto! Or Esqueleto, or whatever his name is. The skeleton. Yeah. So anyway, I have 2 truck dealers, I think, available. Oh, none. Email. Maybe one of them is from one of the truck dealers. Oh! Check it out. Scania is the first one. I just was talking about how I like them. We can go look. We'll go look, and I'll kind of talk about it a little bit. So, wow, it's North Poland. Look at that. Jeez. This costs money to do this, by the way. Yeah, we'll do it. So, when you go to a truck dealer, one of the things that I found is that, first of all, you can't buy it. Obviously, I don't have enough money. I could take a loan out and buy it. But if I go into customized configuration, first of all, actually, I'll go back. So I want stock offering. You go to stock offer. You can only get either the Streamline or the R. And of course, I don't see a huge difference in these 2 trucks. They're a little different looking, but they're very similar. This one costs more. But basically, the horsepower is the same. Maybe as it goes down the road, it'll look cooler or something. I don't know. I mean, but all the other trucks are locked. So I can't buy any of these rigs. And level 10, level 25, level 17, level 16, level 20. So a lot of these trucks you can't get till later in the game. That kind of, I don't know. It makes sense, but it doesn't. Because if I went to a dealership and I had $500,000, they're not going to ask me what level I am. I mean, you want a truck? Here's a truck. So this is kind of weird how they did that. But I understand it. They're making it so that you have to unlock things. But right now, as you can see, if I were to take out a loan for $100,000 and buy this truck, well, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's look at the truck. So we can look at it. We can preview it. And then we can go in and we can customize it. So right now, it's going to cost $109,000 to buy this. Well, if I want to go in and customize it, guess what? I can't. Everything's locked. This is a double wheel. I don't know what else they give you. No motors are available except for the 360. Now that's a big... Actually, that's... Out of the beginning trucks, 360 is actually very high. The other ones that I looked at when I bought an Iveco in my other game, and I think it was 310 or 320. So that's actually at 360. That's the highest one I've seen so far as a stock motor. You can get the second transmission. That costs $16,000. Hey, if you're English, you can buy the other cockpit, but the fancy cockpits are locked. Now, one of the things I like about Scania, I really like the Scania cockpit. I love the way that I like these gauges and the way that they're laid out. They light up real nice, too. I felt like some of the other trucks I drove, at nighttime, I couldn't see what the RPMs were telling me. There we go, different paint colors. And if you've bought some of the DLC and you're thinking, you know, where the heck is the paint? Here, doesn't that look like a wrestler? It's a wrestler head. Hey! Esqueleto! If you know, like, hey, where are these custom colors? Well, you can't get them at the dealership. You have to go to a utility or repair shop to get those done, and they're very expensive. I found that the paint jobs range from $10,000 to $30,000 for the ones that get unlocked, and we'll go into that later. But yeah, there are other paint schemes available, like with a wolf on the side or lightning, or, you know, there's a bunch of different ones. You can also come in here. You can add lights. Though right now I've only got 1 bar, and then I can come in here and I can add all these lights. The downside is these only come on when you have your bright lights on. So it's kind of a dud because you want them to be on all the time, but if you have to run your bright lights, which is going to make everybody angry, you can upgrade handles. None of them are available. Mirrors, none are available. Steps, whatever. Wheels, You can upgrade all this stuff, but it's, you know, same thing from the inside. But anyway, that gives you an idea of what the layout screen is. Yeah, I don't want any modifications. So that's the truck dealership, and it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, but I feel like I can't really buy anything yet because I'm not high enough level. So when you're starting off, you could take a loan out and buy a truck, but it really doesn't get you anything. Plus, the next thing that I found out, and we'll talk about it. Let's get on the road here first before we continue. Yeah, we want to leave the dealership. There goes my money. Actually, no, they didn't charge me. Oh, that's cool. For some reason, when I played the other one, I felt like it charged me. Quick job. So once again, we're going to go for the highest price. We want to go Warsaw to... These are two Polish cities. That's really the highest job available? Wow, it is. It should be mentioned that one of the good things about doing the driving for other companies is that you get to try a whole different range of trucks. From, you know, Renault over to, I mean, here you can see they're all here. You got the Renault, we've got a DAF, which is DAV. Here's a Volvo, there's a Scania. You get to try all these different trucks out, which is great because then you can kind of figure out which ones you like. So things that change when you buy your own truck. Let's hang on. I want to change the view. And this is another thing that I found. You can change your backlighting on the dashboard, which is nice. You can try the different lights, but then there's other options. I forget how to get there. Mirror adjustment, seat adjustment. So you can. This is pretty cool. You can. Let's see. You can change the default. You can push the seat forwards. I think this is probably a little more realistic as to what you really would see when you're driving, maybe. That's what I was looking in my van today when I was driving around for work and trying to figure out what does it really look like when you look at your car, the things I think about while I'm driving. Now, it sucks because you don't see the mirrors as well, but I think this really probably feels a little more like what you feel like when you're in a car. All right, so let's go ahead and start driving. Where were we? So I like the way this cockpit looks. I like the Scania cockpit. And this thing is pretty sweet with the 400 horsepower layout. So when you buy your first truck, the problem that you're going to run into is that you don't get... hang on, I get to this light. I can't talk and drive. The issues that you run into, first of all, you have to maintain the truck. So if you crash it, you got to pay for the damage. Though I think you do anyway here too, but the truck constantly wears down. So you're always paying for repairs. Secondly, you have to take care of the gas. They give you enough gas to get to your destination usually in this mode. So far anyway, I haven't had to buy gas yet. And and the third thing is sleep. Every time I pick a new job with this when you're not an owner, you guy rests. So I don't have to worry about stopping to sleep when I'm driving for somebody else. So, I don't know. I guess, you know, if you buy your own truck, you make more money for sure. But there's a lot of things that go along with it that you don't have when you don't buy your own truck. However, I will say, as my certifications have gone off, I'm making about $15,000 to $20,000 a trip. But they're long trips. So we'll see what happens with this game. I mean, I feel like it's almost better not to buy a truck for a while, and then when you get a lot of money together, you upgrade your garage first, and that's $180,000 to upgrade your garage. Why would you upgrade it? Well, you want to be able to have 2 or 3 trucks that you own and have people drive them for you. So, oh, I have an email. Okay. As it is right now, I haven't even without making my own, I have my own truck now in my other game, and I don't have enough money to hire anybody to use the truck because I don't have any extra slots. And it's $180,000 for a slot. So really, I think the way to do it is to just drive for other people, save up your money, And then once you have enough money to upgrade the garage, upgrade that first and keep driving. And then buy a truck. And once that happens, I want to see if I have multiple slots, if I'm able to continue working like this and have somebody else drive my first truck. The other option would be the bank eventually gives you enough money to take out a $500,000 loan. You could jump in, take out $500,000 or $400,000 and buy not only the upgrade, but buy 2 trucks and upgraded 2 trucks. You run one of them and you let somebody else run the other one. Or maybe 2 other people. We'll see. I don't know how that works yet, so we'll get there. So that's something that's happening. But I got to tell you, I really like the feel of this game and I guess you would say like role playability. It definitely has like a replay value, and I think that's cool. Like I said, it's a little frustrating that you can't just go to the dealership and buy any truck you want, but I guess, you know, it's not bad either. I mean, that's not a horrible thing to kind of limit that. So I like the way this feels better with this point of view, being up closer to the wheel. I feel like the lanes are bigger. It seems like the further back you are, the more unrealistic the lanes look. They look like little... I was noticing that today too when I was driving my real car. I was like, man, it's like I don't know, like the lane just felt so much wider, and then in this game I'm noticing how narrow they feel, and it's because you're, you know, hang on, try to get my speed up, because I was so backed out on the view. Oh, that's the lights button. I'm trying to set my cruise control here. There we go. Yeah, so I feel like there's a lot of depth to this game. I think, once again, the best way to do it is probably just to drive, you know, other people's trucks for a while and save up your money so that you can, you know, invest in upgrading your garage and invest in a better truck. But you might want to take a loan out. Maybe we'll go that route. We'll see what happens when the bank actually offers me the money. At that point, I'll reevaluate. But honestly, being so low level right now, I can't really even accept some of those higher jobs. So I need to get more certifications, and I need to get longer distance trucking available so that those people that I hire are getting longer jobs than just a couple miles and a couple $1,000s here and there. They need to really be working so I don't have to maintain them that much. So anyway. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drive this load up. We'll pick up in a couple minutes. If I think of anything, I'll pop back in. But otherwise, as we get close to our destination or something cool happens, I'll pick up. Oh, yeah. See, this is what happens. So I drive for a little while and quiet, and then I can remember. Whoa. Almost accident there. One of the things that I was concerned about, and this is the thing, and I talked a little bit about this, but sleep. When you drive somebody else's truck, you know, it still affects you, but as soon as I'm done driving, as long as I don't drive more than 7 or 8 hours, when I go to my next job, it considers my guy already rested, so I can go from job to job to job to job. Well, when you own your own truck, you're going to have to sleep, so you're going to have to plan out your trip, because what happens is if I go to pick up a load and it has to be somewhere by 5 o'clock, I can't stop to sleep. I have to keep going. So what ends up happening is you drive maybe 1 job or 2 short jobs, and then you have to find somewhere to park between jobs and sleep. And that requires some thought. So I like this too. Cars actually pass you in this one. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but so that's something to think about. When you buy your own truck, you no longer get to just go from job to job. You actually have to park your character and sleep for a little while and then get another job, and you have to kind of plan it, because if your guy gets tired in the middle of a job, you're going to have to pull over somewhere and sleep, and you might get a major penalty off that job because you missed the deadline for getting the thing where it needs to be on time. So those are all things to think about. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, we're starting to get close to our destination here. Some construction going on over on the right there. Looks like they're off the job right now. I don't know what that slash means. I wish somebody, maybe it means construction here. Be careful. Oh, there's a guy working. There's some union guys. They're glowing very brightly. There's a camera coming up, I think. Looks like a road camera. That's what I found. Those signs mean that they actually, as you saw in the last video, they nab you for speeding. Alright, so we're coming into our final destination here. Can make a little bit of money. Not a whole lot, but... I'll tell you what, I've been playing with my Xbox controller on the other computer, and I really like the steering wheel setup so much better. Bialystok. Now, one of the things that I wanted to point out, these hidden question marks are where you get your drivers from, so it's a good idea in each city before you pull into the final destination to drive past the question marks to see what they are, because you not only find future drivers, but you also find truck dealerships. So right now I only know where the Scania dealership is, which I'm fine with because that's probably what I'm going to end up buying in the long run anyway, because I really like the Scania trucks. But, you know, I still haven't found a MAN dealership or a Iveco or Majestic, which is, I think, Mercedes, or DAF, which is DAV, DAV. These are all trucks I'm not super familiar with in real life. Okay, so here, we should, as we drive by, there we go. We've discovered a recruitment agency. We can now hire people. So, I don't have any trucks or money, so it's going to be a while. I guess I do like the fact that it does take you a long time to get to the point where you can hire people and buy trucks and stuff. I mean, you can buy a truck pretty quick, but, you know, they make you work for it. You don't just get it right away. You have to kind of work your way there, and I like that. It gives you something to do. Now, the other thing I wonder is about the power band on the on your engine. Am I supposed to keep it in the green, or am I supposed to like never go past the blue, or what's the deal? And then what is that symbol below? Is that a gas vacuum or what? All right. Anyway. All right, so we're going to pull in here at Bialystok. Bialy. And we'll deliver our truckload of Christmas gifts. All right, backing in. A little bit, kind of missed it a little bit. Definitely not a pro job. I'm probably going to have to redo it again. Oh, no, there it goes. Hope I drove too far forward. T. Boop. All right. Little bonus there. Gonna... Oh! Still a newbie. Well, only done 2 jobs so far, so anyway. All right, I think that concludes it for this episode. I will pick up again, no pun intended, down the road a little bit when I'm a little further and maybe have some offers from the bank, and we'll go from there. So, all right, guys, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe.